Our boy, Mr. Stewie, is hype AF, as the kids would say, because Messi stays being the GOAT and he fades off into obscurity. So he takes to an interview after a 5-0 beatdown in preseason to say that the Saudi Arabian League is still miles clear of MLS because of all the new players coming to the league. He goes on to say that the EPL is the only good league in Europe these days and that he'll never go back there and he'll never join MLS. He referenced how Serie A was dead before he showed up and he revived them. Um, Thoughts?
That's kind of a bold statement to say that you revived an entire league. That's pretty wild. I think it almost feels like his star is starting to fizzle out and he's trying to grasp onto whatever little bits of the top he can before he goes out.
I love that because that's exactly what I thought. You could see it's a desperation, like, don't forget about me. I'm still here.
It's so funny seeing like the difference between him and Messi because both just made moves away from Europe.
Right.
Ronaldo's like frantically trying to stay afloat above water, being like, my league's amazing. Look at the inspiration I've brought and all the players that are coming here because of me. And I saved all these leagues in Europe and all these clubs would be nothing without me. Meanwhile, Messi's just like loving the fact that he can go to the supermarket and like buy cereal with his kids and not be mobbed in the streets. He's just having a good time living life.
Living it.
He doesn't
Well,
care.
it's so funny. Like you see the differences in post game interviews, right? So I mentioned that was part of an interview after he got beat 5-0. Messi got an interview at the end of uh the game yesterday, and I wanna get a quote because I Messi post game comments Miami because I'm fairly certain I saw something, but it might not be. But Messi, being the greatest player in the world, watches two of his defenders go down with injuries. One of them being a kid who probably uh, has his season done for. And one of the first things he says, like, I want to just say that this was a really good game for Ian Fry, and I hope he gets better really soon. Like, I don't think Ronaldo has mentioned one of his non-superstar teammates once
Do
in
you think
any
he
interview.
even knows anybody in his back line?
I was gonna say that, but I thought it might be a little bit crazy. Um, but yeah, like he's just sitting there, like, yeah, listen, I scored a goal. I'm happy my team got the result they wanted to get. I think we looked really good. There's a lot to move up on, whatever. And Ronaldo's like, look at me, I'm still playing. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, I'm almost glad he didn't come here because I don't want that associated with this league. We're not like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I think it would be different if he came here and Messi also came here because he wouldn't have to try so hard to keep the spotlight on him because the spotlight would just follow because it would just be Messi versus Ronaldo again, which I think people were hoping would happen. Um, so I would hope that it wouldn't be as bad.
I mean, joking aside, right? I'm not actually too bothered by what he has to say. It doesn't matter to me. He's getting paid $200 million a year. I'm pretty sure he's going to defend his league. I'm sure he would say the same thing if he was in Europe. I'm sure he probably did say things when he was playing for Madrid about the EPL or EP or when he was playing for Juve about France or whatever, right? I'm sure every time you play for somebody who is paying you lots of money, you are going to defend. So I don't really care. But obviously, and this is going to be an easy kind of softball pitch to you. So, grip up on the bat and get ready for this one. Are the players actually going there to play with Ronaldo? Is he having the type of pull that he says he is?
I think he started the movement, but I don't certainly don't think that they're going there just to have the chance to play against or with Ronaldo. I think we know the real reason why everybody's moving there, and it's the dollar signs in the eyes.
Yeah. So that is exactly where my brain is. The Saudi government pays people $200 million a year to go play in their league. I saw something on Twitter that they are paying a company car uh, full housing and food, and then 3 to 5K a month to be a third division Saudi player.
I almost think I think it was even higher than that. It was like 5 to 6K a month or something.
Was it? I thought I might have been
it was
going.
something outrageous. Like it would be like upper middle class in the United States to play in like the Saudi fourth division.
Yeah, like I wonder why people are making that move, right? None of these guys are in their prime either. They're just trying to get eyes on the league, very similar to what the Chinese Super League did. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, Messi's in his prime. We're so far clear, right? But the Chinese Super League did the same thing with Oscar, Talisca, Hulk. I mean, you remember that whole big movement.
Mhm.
And what happened? Nothing. We did what we did. China. Do people still play in China?
I don't know. It really got quiet over there. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say.
Well, and that's my point, right? Nobody quite followed them around. Uh, I remember that the whole point of having them over there was to increase um, eyes on the league and involvement so that they can, raise the level of their national team. Um, they have had one national team appearance ever in the World Cup, and that's in 2002. Um, 0 goals for. Cool. 9 goals against, and they got absolutely bounced. That being said, Saudi Arabia is in a better spot. I actually mentioned it during the World Cup that I think that was a league to keep an eye on. I mean, they beat Argentina and Lionel Messi, but with all players from the Saudi league, a lot of those players were very, very decent. So I think that it's way better than what they give it credit for. But I don't think people are moving there to play with one player. Like Busquets, Alba, anybody else coming is probably coming to play with Messi because they're not getting that sort of payment.
100%. One
But
hundred percent.
yeah, but I don't. I think the whole thing is like, oh, Ronaldo's there. That's kind of cool. Oh, you're gonna throw $50 million at me when I was making four? See you in a little bit, buddy. Book my flight. Let's go. Like silly money. I mean, who was it? Was it Koulibaly who came out and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be straight up. They offered me so much money I couldn't say no. Right? Like my family is first priority always. I think Ruben Neves said that too. My family is priority one, always and forever. So if somebody's going to pay me a lot of money to do the same thing in a country here than it would be in England, see ya.